All right. Okay, deductions. So, different types of deductions. There are, well, the government's going to take a bunch of money because that's what they do. There's, if you're in a union, you'll pay union dues. If you're in a union, you'll pay union dues. RSPs are RSPs for your savings plans. If you have dental or medical health plans, that comes off. Life insurance, there's like tons of stuff that comes off your check. All right. We're going to look at just a couple of them. So we're going to look at the CPP, the pension plan, the Canadian pension plan. So you contribute into a plan and then they use that. And when you retire, you get a certain amount per month. How this works now, it's changed because these are old numbers from 2018, but it's the same idea. So, um, you don't, they don't take any money off your check if you make less than $3,500 a year. They won't, you don't contribute to the pension plan. All right. But once you go over 3,500 and up to, I guess, again, these are 2018 numbers, 55,900, you pay at a rate of 4.95%. Okay. And I'm going to show you how to calculate that in a sec. Once you're over 55,900, you don't contribute into the plan anymore. The money over top of that. EI, employment insurance. So this is if you're out of work, you can get unemployment insurance that pays you. Everybody contributes into that. You're charged at a rate of 1.66% of your gross yearly income up to 51,700. So after you've made over 51,700, you don't pay into the EI plan. And we're not going to worry about income tax because there's different tax brackets for that. Okay. So, all right. So Sheila has an annual salary of $29,500. How much does she contribute to the Canadian Pension Plan, the CPP? So, first thing you have to remember, do you contribute the first $3,500 you make? You do not pay. So, the amount that they're going to tax is 29,500 minus the first $3,500. So that gives you, what does that give you? 26,000. $26,000, yeah. Duh, I should be able to do that in my head. So this is CPP taxable. Okay? Even though she made 29,500, only 26,000 of it is taxable into the CPP. What's the rate for the CPP? These are, again, 2018 numbers, so the numbers have changed, but we'll just use these numbers. It's 4.95%. So you just go, what's 4.95% as a decimal? Yeah, so it's 0.0495 times the 26,000. And that means she will pay $1,287 into the pension plan in that year. All right. Is that okay? Does that make sense? So just subtract 3,500 from your total, basically. All right. A student who works part-time for 15 weeks earns $175 per week. How much are they going to pay into the CPP? So the first thing you got to figure out is how much they made. So they made $175 per week. They worked for 15 weeks. $2,625. All right. So how much did they contribute? 0, because it's less than $3,500. Because it's less than 3,500, no CPP contributions. All right. A civil servant who earns $5,760 per month. What's the first thing you got to figure out? Annual. How much do they make in the year? So there's 12 months in the year. That's 69,120 gross. That's what their gross income is for the year. $69,120. Now, you don't pay in the first 3,500, right? But also, once you go over what number? 55,900, you don't pay any taxes. You pay taxes, you don't contribute to the CPP. Okay? So, can only be, I'm going to say taxed CPP up to 59,000, what was it? 500 or 55,900? That was it. 55,900. 55,900. So if you want to know how much you're going to pay in taxes, you just go 55,900 minus the first 3,500 because you don't pay anything on that. And you multiply it by the tax rate, which is 0.0495. So that'll be 2,593.8. Does that make sense? This is important. Okay, so you don't get taxed on anything. You don't contribute to the CPP on anything over $55,900. But you're also not taxed on the first $3,500 that you make. So if you take the difference of those two and you multiply, so what is that difference? What is 55? It's 52.9. That's what it is. No, it's not. 52.4. Is that right? Now I don't trust myself. Yeah, it's 52.4. Okay. So 52,400. This is what you're taxed on. So you multiply that by the tax rate, which gives you $2,593.80. Okay. Once you've made more than this number, you don't contribute to the pension. So what happens is when you're getting paid, like you start a new year, we just started a new year. My paychecks for the first little bit are smaller than they are in the second half of the year. Because once I go over this number, which has changed this year, it changes every year, I don't contribute to CPP anymore. So this is called the max contribution. Okay? This is the max contribution. So the paychecks in the second half of the year are a little bit bigger than you usually get, just because you've reached your max. Okay. A service manager who earns $37,600. I'll let you calculate that, and then we'll see if we get the same number. 16,087.95. Because remember, you always have to take off the first 3,500 that you're not taxed on. And then, like I said before, the maximum contribution that you would make is this number right here, which is 2,593 in 2018. I don't know what it is now. We could look it up, but the process would still be the same. All right. Are we okay? All right, let's do EI. All right. Now, we're earning $35,236 for the year. We're doing EI premiums. Basically, how much you contribute to EI. They just call it premium. I don't know why. Now, we look at EI. EI, they charge you on everything. There's no exemption. All right, so if you work, you're paying into EI. Up to 51,700. Where they get these numbers, I have no idea. I'm sure it's like an average or something, but anyway. So in CPP, it was up to 55.9. In EI, it's from 0 to 55.7. Okay, and the rate is 1.66. So we go back here. So we're earning 35,236. That's below our max, and we're taxed on everything. So it's just 1.66% of the 35,236. What does of mean in math? Multiplication. And 1.66 is 0.0166. Does everybody know how I'm getting the decimal? This is actually important. Divide by 100. That's how you get the decimal. 1.66 divided by 100. Percent means per 100 of 35,236. And that gives us 584.92. All right. We okay? All right, last question for today. A technician with a gross monthly salary of $4,025. What do we have to figure out first? The yearly. How do you get that? Multiply by 12. So we get a yearly salary of 48,300. That's not a very good question. Let's change the question. Okay. How much did a technician make? Thinking more. What's a good salary for I don't even know what type of technician. 5,000 a month? All right, let's do 5,000. They're making a cool $5,000 a month. So we multiply that by 12. That gives us $60,000. Okay. So they're making $60,000 per year. What's the tax rate for EI? 1.66. Up to, yes. So it's 1.66% up to, what was it, 51,000? Okay, so up to 51,700. After the 51,700, you're not taxed. You don't contribute to EI anymore, just like CPP would stop. So we just have to go 1.66 times that, right? Because everything over that is not taxable. So 0.0166 times 51,700 is, what is that? 801? No. 850? What is it? 858. 858.22. There you go. So that's the maximum you contribute to EI. So again, just like CPP, at a certain point in the year, your paychecks look like they go up, and it's because you're not contributing to CPP and EI anymore. So you get to keep more of that money. All right. Questions 1 and 2. Tomorrow we will do all the deductions to figure out your net pay.